Live from Hallandale Beach, it's Holistic Stride. Hey now, everybody. Welcome to Holistic Strides, a Start With Your Feet production. We are coming to you live on tape from my office in sunny Hallandale Beach, Florida. My name is Dr. Richard J. Rimler, otherwise known as Doc Rick, and I am one of a few holistic podiatrists in the country. I am your host of Holistic Strides, a talk show devoted to taking small but powerful steps down a path to a more holistic lifestyle with an emphasis on foot health and the start with your feet approach to wellness. This includes unique advice on supportive shoes, orthotics, exercise via interval training, organic nutrition, vitamins and supplements, and stress management. So, why should you watch or listen to my show? The short answer is to achieve better health through self empowerment with the understanding that it all starts with your feet. The idea is to add one holistic principle regularly to your life and gradually transform yourself to better health. Just take it one step at a time. I can guide you since I have undergone the same transformation. Therefore, I walk the walk. Today, I will be talking about detoxification in regards to chronic pain. Before we get to that, I want to go over what I feel is the most important thing you can do for your health besides not smoking cigarettes: interval training. Start by picking your preferred mode of exercise. It could be walking, running, using an exercise bike, treadmill, doing jumping jacks, or swimming. Try to do this close to home for convenience. Try doing it in the morning since it only takes 10 to 12 minutes. That way you can get it in before work or school. Here is my personal prescription for interval training. Start off with a 20-second fast velocity followed by a 1-minute slow recovery speed, and do this for 6 intervals. In my case, I go out to the street in front of my house and I sprint for 20 seconds. Then, after the recovery portion of roughly 1 minute of slow walking, I reverse my direction and sprint for 20 seconds once again for the next interval. After doing 6 intervals at 20 seconds fast speed, I then switch to a 15-second fast velocity, followed by the same 1-minute slow recovery speed, and I do this for 3 intervals. Guess what? You are now done. The take home point is that the final 3 intervals must be done at a faster speed to reap the health benefits, which are substantial. Those benefits include strengthening your heart and your lungs, aiding in weight loss by inducing a 12-hour fat afterburn, better oxygenation to your cells, and most notably, being anti-aging. Think of it as your own personal stem cell treatment given to you by yourself. I have been personally doing this technique since I first heard about it when I was at age 50, and I think this is one of the main reasons for my continued good health into my 60s. By the way, you can access a free ebook download about interval training, including my prescription, by going to my website, startwithyourfeet.com, and then you will find it on the blog section. I invite everyone to incorporate interval training into your schedule and kickstart your path to wellness. Now let's get to our main topic for today, which is detoxification for chronic pain. Chronic pain is a generalized term that can have multi-system involvement. Some examples are autoimmune diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, neuropathy, psoriatic arthritis, lupus, polymyalgia rheumatica, undiagnosed heavy metal toxicity, undiagnosed parasite, yeast, or fungal infections, and the probably the worst one out of all of them, complex regional pain syndrome, CRPS. I am a holistic podiatrist, so I cannot be the captain of the ship when it comes to detox. So, for that, you really need to have somebody who is a primary care physician, whether that be a medical doctor who does functional medicine, a DO, doctor of osteopath, a chiropractor, a naturopath. Those are the people that should be the captain of the ship in regards to this. But I can give you some good insight into what you should do and what steps to take and some preliminary things that you can do. So the first step that you want to do is you want to find a functional medicine provider. So I recommend going to the website a4m.org, which is the American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine. They have a provider directory on the homepage. These doctors get to the root of the problem rather than sticking a medical band aid on it. So that is called functional medicine, where you're actually finding out what is the root cause of the problem, you're addressing the root cause, and then you are then starting to eliminate all of the medical band aids that you might be using for it, such as prescription drugs. So they will do blood tests. But in addition to blood tests, they're going to do saliva tests and stool tests to show what is actually happening inside the cells, because the blood test doesn't show what's happening inside the cells. If you're a female and you're peri or postmenopausal, you should inquire about bioidentical hormones, which is not the same as synthetic prescription hormones, which have been known to get a bad reputation due to the side effects. Bioidentical hormones are safer, they're made from plants, and they have a much better safety profile with minimal side effects. So, if you're talking about detoxification, if you're dealing with a chronic condition that's causing pain, there are some things that you can look to on your own to start to detox. One of the things that you could look at is organic chlorella or spirulina, which are both algae substances that can chelate heavy metals. Another thing that you can do is look into a supplement called modified citrus pectin, which can also do a detox. A step further is intravenous chelation. So, chelation is a treatment whereby the modality latches on to the heavy metals that are in your body and takes them out of your body. The idea is to get these heavy metals, such as lead, mercury, arsenic, out of your body, and that in and of itself can improve your health, especially neurologic problems. However, be warned that if you're doing a detox, you can get what's called the Herxheimer reaction, which can make you feel worse before you get better. So, the reason for that is because a lot of these metals are inside your body in fat deposits. And so, if you then start to detox, those fat deposits are releasing the heavy metals into your bloodstream. So, that can make you feel sick. But you have to realize that that will pass. You just have to get through it, and then you will then be on your way to a recovery. Here are some other things to do on your own if you are dealing with chronic issues. Taking organic coconut oil is a great thing to do to combat fungus and yeast infections and parasite. So you can take 2 to 4 tablespoons daily to try to do that. You can also go with organic apple cider vinegar, which is going to help against bacteria, fungus, yeast. And what you can do with that is you can take a teaspoon in an 8-ounce glass of water, and you can do that twice a day. And that's going to give you some good treatment against yeast, bacteria, and fungus. If you want to do an antiviral detox, you can take oil of oregano capsules, and that's going to be good for that. If you are dealing with something a lot more recalcitrant to treatment, you can go with liposomal vitamin C, which is a delivery form of vitamin C that gets into the cells, and that's going to work on viruses and boost your immune system. If that doesn't do it, then you can get in touch with a functional medicine doctor and you can do intravenous vitamin C, whereby you can give a much higher dose of vitamin C in IV form, and it will get into your cells and not cause side effects. Another thing that's important when you're dealing with chronic pain and a chronic health issue is to look at the water you're drinking. By far, the best water is going to be reverse osmosis water, where the water is filtered through 4 different filters, taking everything out of it. That's a machine that you can have in your house, and then it gets serviced once a year, and the filters get replaced. That's going to give you the cleanest water imaginable. If you don't have the ability to do that, the next best thing is distilled water. All of these are going to improve body function. Remember, though, that if you're taking everything out of the water, you're also taking out some trace minerals, which you need. So then you're going to want to supplement that with Himalayan crystal salts. So you'll get your trace minerals through that. So Himalayan crystal salts you can buy over the counter. It's a pink salt from the Himalayan mountains, and you take a little bit, a quarter of a teaspoon, put it in a glass of water, and take that every day. That way you can replace your trace minerals if you are drinking pure, clean, reverse osmosis water or distilled water. So, in summary, chronic pain can be debilitating to the person affected and their family and friends. It is not unusual for people in chronic pain to be bedridden many days out of the week. It is imperative to find out the root cause of the problem, hence my suggestion to seek out a functional medicine provider. There are many areas that need to be addressed to get things turned around. This is a multi-system problem. Has to be determined whether it's a heavy metal causing the problem. Is it yeast causing the problem? Is it fungus? Is it a parasite? Is it gluten sensitivity? All of these things need to be sought out and identified. The end goal is to get out of being bedridden and bring mobility and activity back into your life. So don't forget, despite all of this treatment and attempting to heal yourself, don't forget to look to your feet for the proper foundation, proper fitting supportive shoes, and a pair of good orthotics that match your foot type. Going to go hand in hand so that you can then walk around with mobility and vitality and up the ante and start doing some interval training. But before you can do that, you need to walk and you need to do your daily living activities. So walk before you run, but don't be afraid to seek out the proper attention and realize that you're not going to get these answers from the typical medical doctor. You're going to have to find somebody that specializes in functional medicine. Well, it looks like we are out of here for today. I hope you enjoyed the show and learned something new. I want to thank all of my Striders for your support. I hope that you guys can incorporate today's topic into your lifestyle gradually over the next month to then make it a habit. Email me at docrick@startwithyourfeet.com if you have any particular topics that you would like to talk about on future shows. Until next time, start thinking outside the box in your approach to overall health by looking to your feet as a starting point. Walk strong and live long, my friends. See you next time on Holistic Strides.